Is it a therapy stream? Maybe. Oh, right, we're back. Kind of. We're back from ads. Hello. Hello, good morning. Good afternoon, good evening. How is everyone today? Happy Sunday. God. I forgot the day. Yesterday didn't feel like a day because we had people over for the entire day, and I was like, I didn't do anything. I only talked to people. Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Isaac clocking to work, boss, sister, auntie. Why do I have so many different titles now? I only want one. Only give me one. Congrats on getting first in the Dream Realm Cube. Hello. Hi, Ark. Have you eaten yet? No, I never eat breakfast. I'm a breakfast skipper. I will always answer no to that question. Every time you guys ask me on stream if I've eaten yet, the answer will always be no. No. I eat when stream is over. That's how it goes. Ow. Why did you bonk me? I didn't do anything to deserve that one. Hold on, the bonks aren't working. But why? They should be, actually. Whatever. We no longer have hot water? What? Are you guys doing okay over there? That means cold showers only. Well, that kind of sucks, but I mean, at the same time, it's still pretty hot wherever you are, right? Random, the hot water stopped working. It's probably, it could be a city thing, who knows? Sometimes that does happen to me. Sometimes that happens to my building. At my condo. It's hot. It's freezing here. 17 Celsius right now. Okay, so it's not that hot. I underestimated the temperature yesterday. I went outside thinking that it was going to be somewhat freezing, but it was actually really hot. And I was like, wait, hold on, I'm not used to this, because for the past few days, it has been pretty cold. It's been pretty cold over here. And I was already prepared for fall. I was prepared for getting blasted by cold winds. Okay, yeah. They're not working. What is going on? Hold on. What? My glasses are not working. Wait. Let's just disconnect everything. Connect it again. I wonder why. Try it again, Ark. Try it again. I should just get myself a new pair of glasses. Ah. Oh, okay, there we go. Well, that was weird. That was strange. It usually works. It's October, still hot as hell. I'm so sorry to hear about that. I'm kind of glad I live in the northern hemisphere. I will give you a part of my cold air. Because I prefer the heat. I prefer 20 degrees. Or 21 degrees. Even 20 degrees is okay. I prefer 21. 25. 25 is good. It's always hot in the tropics. Is that where you guys live? You're always bitching about the wind and the cold. Yeah, that's what happens when you're like... Me too. I miss summer already because I know we're gonna get like 8 months of winter. That's how it works here. It's like 2 months of summer and then like 1 month of spring, 1 month of autumn, and then friggin' 8 months of winter. Like, it's still... There's been some years where we were still getting snowstorms in May. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why are we getting snow? It's spring. Right? It's spring. But there's like snow on the ground. It's 32 today. I think 35 is fine. 38 degrees Celsius. That is crazy. 68 F. I'm guessing that's around like 17? Is it? Oh, 9 months of support. Thank you very much. Yay, Blobby. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Tuning in from Australia. That's like all the way on the other side of the... Wait, you're like 14 hours away. I can imagine it's hot there. Anything below the hemisphere is gonna be hot. It's just how it is. And I'm like above. On the total opposite sides of the world. Persephone doesn't stay out very long where you live by the sounds of it. Can you guys teach me about Persephone? What do you mean by that? Persephone doesn't stay out very long. She shouldn't stay out long anywhere. Like what? Give the poor girl some shelter. What? I am so confused. Tuning in from Singapore. Nice watching someone with reverse time zones here. I miss Singapore. I haven't been there in a while. The last time I went to Singapore was like on a grad trip. I have a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends from Singapore in Malaysia, so we kind of just went. I kind of just went back with them, and I was like, all right, show me around. The goddess of spring is Persephone. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's what you mean. I always thought Persephone was like some sort of, I don't know, love god or something. It comes from the name. There's a lot of gods that with names that start with a P or an A. Who are you, lady? Who? It's just me, R. Crimson, with like different hair. It's the same person. Still one of the 5 guys. I'm still one of the 5 guys. So, are you telling me that if one day I change my hairstyle, I just go bald, you guys are not gonna recognize me anymore? I hope not. I hope not. Like, what if one day I just shave off all of my hair? Are you guys still gonna recognize me? Or are you gonna be like, this isn't Ark anymore? This is not Ark. It's a whole different person. Bald toggle? We don't have one because the way my head is shaped doesn't work. I have a really bad head shape. It doesn't work bald. I can't work myself bald. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But no. You know what's a really good feeling? Like when you have a small, like when you go from bald to not bald, right? And there's just a little bit of hair that comes out and it's like a hair carpet, like that. And putting your hands over it just feels really nice for some reason. Have you experienced this? I had a slight undercut before, but I haven't gone like bald, no. So no, I haven't experienced it to its full capacity. But the fact that we are talking about it now, it's tempting me. It's tempting me. My hair's short anyway, I might as well just take a razor to it. I wish I had the hair for an undercut, they're so cool. I had like a bob cut. I had like whatever 2B had, but like an undercut with it. 2B from Near Automata. That reminds me, I need a haircut soon. Look, my hair's growing out so much. It's so long now. I need to get like the back of it cut. I don't know how some of you guys do it. Because guys get more haircuts than girls. Like guys are going into the like a barber shop or a hair salon like every at least once 2 months or something like that. You guys go so often. Isn't that kind of tiring? Like I struggle to go even once. I go like once in 2 years. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in NCNK. Oh, only I could pronounce your name. 61. You're 61 now. I need a haircut too. Mine is starting to hit my upper back. Yours is really freaking long, Isaac. I think it's because short hair grows faster. You think so? Or at least it feels like it grows faster. Right? My hair is really short. Like my hair's really short. But this is what I do. I tend to cut my hair super short so that I don't have to go back to the hair salon for like another 2-3 years. But I kind of like this length now. Before I would just cut it super short and then I would grow it out until it gets super long. And then I would go through this like cycle of hair lengths. From like above shoulders to like all the way down to my boobs. So like it would be back and forth. But now I'm like, I kind of like short hair. I kind of like this. Maybe I'll keep it. But that means I have to go to the hair salon like more frequently. And I hate doing that. Short hair is nice. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Short hair is nice because you don't have to take so long to dry your hair whenever you wash it. But the only thing I don't like about short hair is that it's kind of boring. As in, there's not much you can do with it. With long hair, you can do like multiple braids. You can do ponytails. There's so many different styles of hair that you can do. Whereas for short hair, it's like there's only a few that you can do. It's like you tuck your hair behind your ear on either sides, or you clip up your bangs or anything else, and that's it. That's all you can really do. Cut all my hair off. Got young man's twice yesterday. Peak lesbianism. Hell yeah. I don't know what... Oh, young man's twice yesterday. I actually went to a barber shop one time just because I was like, I'm kind of like... I got really lazy and I was like, you know, just take a razor to my hair. And I think that's how I got my undercut. Apparently, cutting your hair makes it seem to grow faster because it removes unhealthy and damaged hair. You think that's how it works? I don't think the bottom of your hair really affects the top of your head. Right? There's like really no connection. Like if there was like blood vessels and if there were nerves in your hair, I get it, because then your body's gonna start sending signals to your hair and going like, oh look, healthy hair, let's grow faster. But there's no connection. The weight of each follicle. I think what happens actually is that when you have longer hair, your hair probably falls out faster, right? And there's like that, like the new hair is trying to catch up with your old hair, and so all the hair is always just at the same length. Whereas for short hair, it doesn't, there's not enough pull, so your hair doesn't fall out as fast. Long hair gets tangled really easily. Yeah, like sometimes I'm brushing when I have long hair, I'm brushing my long hair and like I look at my brush and there's like clumps of hair there. Well, not clumps, not to that extreme, but there's like a lot of hair on my brush, on my hairbrush, and I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of hair loss. You can imagine me bald. You can. That's difficult because even I'm struggling. Can't wait till that shaving stream. Are you sure? Thank you for the follow, leaving soon. Are you sure I'm gonna have one? What makes you so sure I'm gonna have a shaving stream? It's not a bad idea though. Eggify me. It's time for egging stream. And then all you hear is buzzing. It's like ASMR. I'm just imagining it now. It's gonna be an ASMR stream. Oh, be gone points. Oh, goodbye. Oh, 7 Merc. Shave head redeem for 1 point redeem. That's called being delusional. That's called being really friggin' delusional. 1 point? You might as well just like shave off my head skin too. The amount of people who are gonna redeem that is gonna be crazy. It's like I don't even have enough hair for that. Gonna rub your head on the mic. No, it's a razor. Like, you know the buzzing, the razor buzzing? Right? I could be like, okay, now I'm gonna set it to 14. And then like, this is the sound of like the 14, what's it called? The 14 setting on the razor, right? And then you hear that for like 5 minutes. And you're like, okay, and now here's the 10 setting. For every point redeem, you just cut 1 strand. That's a lot. It's a lot. Thank you for the follow, Retro Pack. Welcome in. Because I have so... Then we're gonna take forever for me to get bald. If we're just gonna cut 1 strand. Because do you know how much hair is on a person's head? Probably more than whoever's in here. Like 100%. Millions of follicles. Chat enforced female pattern baldness. You'll end up with a receding hairline. I'm gonna look like one of those Japanese samurais with the bun and like their super receding hairline. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I hope, give me the day off on my birthday. I do not want to spend it here. When is your birthday, Crimson? You want to spend your birthday with me? Man, I'm gonna cry. You guys hate me. Warp train Buckak soon. I don't know what that is. Is that another Wall PP event? Is that an intervallo? It's gonna take me a while to get there. I'm happy I could catch the stream. Time zone moving up 3 hours borked my routines. Oh no. Time zone moving. Oh, did you move countries? Is that what happened? Well, I am Yeah, just a heads up. I'm getting daylight saving soon, which means that the hour is gonna move. I forgot which way. So either my streams will start an hour earlier or an hour late. No, it's gonna start an hour later. It's gonna start an hour later, because I would be getting 1 more hour of sleep. Yes, an hour later. So instead of the usual time, if it's gonna be 9:30 p.m. for you, it's gonna be 10:30 p.m. You still get affected by daylight savings on the other side of the planet. It's weird. I don't even know why we have daylight savings. It makes no sense to me. And it's like, it's hard on our bodies too, because we're so used to setting a certain schedule, even for cats and dogs, right? Like, my cats get confused. They're like, why am I not getting food at this time? Well, I'm sorry, because someone decided that we needed daylight savings. And now everything is screwed up. All our schedules are screwed up. Our bodily schedules are screwed up. How can the government just... Yeah, how can they just change time? That's a whole superpower. Someone's got, like, chronomancy, and they're like, alright, just because I feel like it. Bam! Now we're gonna move 1 hour later. The Q haircut is enforced by China into Manchester during the rain. The weird thing with ponytail and artificial receded hairline. Here's the thing, okay, guys? With the ponytail, if there's too much tension tied, like being put on your hair, your follicles are gonna die and your hair will fall out. Like, that's why this is what I heard, that you shouldn't tie your ponytails too tight, because it actually pulls on your hair and it will fall out. Like, it's really bad for you. I wish there was like more examples of that. I don't think there really is. Like, what is it? The Ariana Grande ponytail. Lady, you saw my message? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Say it again. We kind of adapted it domestically, since more than half of the US spends their mornings and after school, after work time in the dark otherwise. Couldn't we just move? Couldn't we just move our, like, school schedules and work schedules an hour later? Didn't a country try that? One of the countries in this world, I forgot which one it was, they tried to experiment with 9 to 5s. It's not 9 to 5s for them, it was like 10 to whatever. And same with schools. I think there was like one place in this world that did that with schools too, and they found that the cognitive functions of the kids that went to school an hour later were a lot higher. Because the kids were getting more sleep. Coffee nap, thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Danish. It's what happened to Jojo Siwa with the tight ponytail. Hair loss. This is why I don't tie my hair up anymore. I just let it down. I'm like, maybe I should just stick with short hair. It would make so much more sense than shifting the goddamn time zones. It would, yeah. And then you wouldn't even need to shift the time zones anymore. Like, you wouldn't even have to bother, because we'd always be in daylight. Isn't that amazing? What a wonderful idea. I think we should all go for it. Did you know that that Canada was going to not have daylight savings? We talked about this. Our government talked about this. But do you know why we keep it? It's because of the freaking US. It's because of freaking New York, and we're so close to it. And they're like, oh, there's so many people like going from Buffalo and New York to Canada all the time. So it would, you know, fuck up their schedules. And I'm like, what? Why can't we just get rid of all of, like, even everyone get rid of it. It stays because it's cheaper. Hate that. It would be such a nice QOL. Hello, Azorius. Welcome in. Hello. What's daylight saving? It's Essentially just moving the time zone 1 hour back or forth twice a year, just so that people get more sunlight. They keep bundling that bill with other bills and it never passes. Why the heck do you guys have so much bills? You guys have so many freaking bills. It would fuck up the schedule. Yeah, yeah, if everybody stops it, if everyone decides not to do something, right? It's so much easier to pass. But that's not the case. That's not the case. If there's like one person who's like, nah, I don't really like that, right? Suddenly the bills, you know, not the bills, but like just decisions are never gonna be made because of that one single person. And for some reason, everyone's always like, oh, we gotta make everyone happy. No, that's not how it works. I can finally play Helldivers. Yo, congratulations! Helldivers 2? Hello, Yuri. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. It's been for farmers. I think bundling laws should be illegal. I think so too. I can go on and on about that, but we're not going to talk about that today. I think so too. I get so mad. I get so mad thinking about these things. We have so many problems. Ugh. 1 second. I'm dying. Ugh. I pay rent in my eyes and lungs too. Rent on your eyes and your lungs too, like the health insurance and shit. Insurance is crazy. Like, you know that you need insurance, but it's also at the same time it's like, man, it's so much money. Why? Alaska, Hawaii can get rid of DST outright. If they want, the rest of the states can get rid of DST if all the neighbor states vote to get rid of it as well. Yeah, we just need to be like one collective mind. We just need to like have that one collective hive mind. And once that's done, things will move so quickly. Right? We're gonna see developments like skyrocketing. Hello, Castor. Welcome in. Hello. Happy Sunday. And the reason why things are never getting done is because someone's always like, yeah, I don't want it. I don't want that. We're Super Earth. Helldivers is one of the best examples of it. Everyone has the same goal in mind. Everyone has the same mission to save Super Earth. I can only dream of healthcare. I don't know what that is like anymore. Isaac, you said you were gonna move, right? Interesting story. Interesting story with my parents. My mom actually came to visit, and she was having like the worst headaches. Like, she didn't know what was wrong. Like, everything was going bad for her. And she was here for a good month. And we couldn't get her to a doctor's or anything because they're so backed up, right? Like, that's the problem with free healthcare here, is that everything was backed up because it's free, right? And we couldn't find anyone. So once she just went back to her own country, it was like she saw a doctor almost immediately, and it was only like $50 Canadian. Like, it's not free where she is, but it's cheap. It's cheap and it's affordable. And I think that's what everyone needs. Cheap healthcare, not free healthcare, but cheap healthcare. And we don't want any lines. We have free healthcare, but it's impossible to find a doctor. It's impossible. Like, half the people here can't find their own, like, family doctors. Trying to book an appointment with a doctor is gonna take you, like, years and months. So, like, I heard horror stories of people going like, I need a specialist for this one thing, right? And they're like, okay, your next appointment is gonna be in May. And they go, okay, so like in a few months, right? And they go, no, like next year May. Like that's how bad it is. That's how bad the lineup is. But it is free. Yeah, waiting list. Unless you're dying or something, like really, really dying. Actually, no. No, even when you are dying, like this is hard to say, but like I have a family member who was dying and he still couldn't see a doctor, and that's how he passed. But that's just the reality of it, of what it is here. It just sucks. Can't you speed it up with a bit of money? No, that's not how it works because it's free healthcare. Insurance in the US feels like a scam, to be honest. I think healthcare everywhere just sucks. It all just sucks. Unless you're like where my mom is. Like my mom isn't even a citizen, a permanent resident, permanent citizen of her country, but she's still able to afford very cheap healthcare there and get like a doctor almost immediately. Doctor, I'm bleeding on the floor. That's like emergency. That's for the emergency room. That's ER. That's different. But I think it's mostly like diagnosis and stuff. I think it's trying to get the diagnosis that takes a really long time. If you need the surgeries or whatever, it'll come almost, I wouldn't say right away, you still have to wait. But still, it's a lot faster. But if you're like, I think I have cancer or something. They're like, well, we don't know. And we can't check until a year later. Excuse me. Alpha, welcome in. And my dude, thank you for the follow. Are we talking about surgeries now? Kinda. Kind of. I hate surgeries. I'm really scared of the doctors. I fractured a bone before. This is when I was a baby dragon. When I was small. Fractured a bone. And I remember going into the hospital. Suspicious deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs. Suspicious deviled eggs. Why are you suspicious? Thank you for the follow. But one time I went to the hospital because of a fractured bone. And I was crying the entire time. Not because it hurt, okay? I find that a fractured bone doesn't really hurt that much. But it was more like I was crying because I'm like, I didn't want surgery for it. And I remember that the doctor was laughing at me because I was bawling my eyes out. And he goes, I know it's painful. And I go, no, it doesn't hurt. And he goes, why the heck are you crying? And I'm like, do I need surgery? And he goes, do you want to? And then that's when I start bawling even harder. And I'm like, I just want to go home. I have the worst experience with doctors. All my doctors hated me. I always ran under their desk and I would hide there. It'd be like, hey Ark, you need your annual vaccines or whatever. And I'm just like, no. And they're like, come out. And I'd be like, no. I'm worse than my cats. Like, my cats do that too, but like, even they're better than I am. At least they don't hide. They just kind of take it and then they get really, like, sleepy and then they go to sleep. They do complain though. They meow a few times, but like, it's not as bad as me. I physically run away. The will to fight you? Wait, why are we fighting people? There's a video about a nurse telling to the guy who's going to have a surgery, get ready for his sexual surgery when they're about to put him to... Are the doctors okay? Isn't that sexual assault? Could you surgically give me bare arms? I wish I had bare arms. Doctors are a little crazy. Have you seen what they go through in med school? I have a doctor, a friend who's a surgeon. And yeah, he's like, this guy's like jaded about everything. And plus, he's like the biggest partier of everyone I know. Like, he's so bad with... How do I say it? He's the guy that goes the craziest at parties. A sturgeon? No, a surgeon. He's a surgeon. He's the guy who like doesn't care about himself at the parties. And I'm like, you're the doctor. You're the ones that's supposed to be responsible and be taking care of people and not be drinking this much and not be going ham on whatever it is that you're taking right now. But nah, he's the one that's like downing everything. And I'm like, okay, all right. Whatever, you do you. A sergeant. No, a surgeon. A surgeon. I'm gonna kill one of you guys. I'm gonna strangle one of you guys. Grab you by the neck. I'm gonna treat you guys like what? How who is it? Hulk treated Loki in that one movie? Slamming you on the ground back and forth? That's gonna be me. You guys deserve that. Sergeant my ass. Sturgeon the fish? No! No. Some people would pay good money for that. Being beat up by me? I pack a powerful punch. I have... I was gonna say I have massive fists. I don't have massive fists. But I know how to throw a punch. And it would hurt. Like, I'm the type of puncher that throws my entire body weight into a punch. I don't just throw my arms. Like, you've seen those videos of people just doing sissy punches and they're just throwing their arms. And I'm like, what happened to a good, like, leg move? Like, you throw your entire body weight into that punch. You move your body to punch. That's how I punch. What punch didn't you try to punch a ramstick? That's different. That's different. Okay, punching a ramstick, I'm not gonna put my entire like body force into punching that ramstick because first of all, it's gonna break my knuckles. Right? And that's the scary part about punching, is that it hurts you. It doesn't just hurt the other person on the other side. Like, the person that you're punching, it physically hurts your knuckles. It's painful. You get bruised knuckles, and I do not want that, especially when I'm punching a thin, hard metal stick. Right? If any, I'd be losing, actually, I wouldn't even be bruising. I'd be fracturing a knuckle or something. If it hurts your knuckles, you're doing it wrong. Punching? Really? I need to punch better then. I guess I'm putting force into it, but I'm not really positioning my fist correctly then. I once dislocated my hand because I punched someone so hard. Oh my god. I hope they're okay. Unless they deserved it. Well, maybe because they deserved it, that's why you punched them. Well, I mean, I hope I got what they deserved. There we go. This is why humans use tools, Ark. I mean, that's why I got out my hammer. So instead of punching that ramstick into my PC, I was like, alright, time for a hammer. And before the hammer, it was a textbook. I was smashing a textbook onto the ramstick. On my old PC, not this one. But like, the way that I was able to build my old PC is because I have a massive math textbook on the side where I was using it as a tool instead of using my fists. I was young, the skeleton not fully developed, so it broke. Oh, ow. Oh, that sucks. Small child. Small children doing stupid things. That's just how it is. I did a lot of stupid shit when I was a kid too. Make sure your fist is as flat as possible, so all the knuckles make contact at the same time. Well, that's gonna be difficult because my middle knuckle like sticks out by a lot, and I barely have a pinky knuckle. Like on one of my hands, my pinky knuckle is like almost non-existent. Like it doesn't stand out at all. Yeah, it's like non-existent. My right hand, it doesn't stick out. I have like a shorter, what's it called? Like that one bone from my pinky. That bone before it connects to the knuckle, it's like a lot shorter. So it doesn't, I don't have a knuckle. I have a non-existent pinky knuckle. Why did you punch a RAM stick? I was trying to install RAM, Lex. I had 16 gigs of RAM. Every single one of my streams, I was lagging. And I was running at almost like, or like 90 to 100% RAM storage every single stream. There were a lot of games I couldn't play. I couldn't play Helldiver. I could barely play Helldivers. I couldn't run Minecraft even when I'm not streaming. I couldn't run Wuthering Waves even when I'm not streaming. And I finally found out through, like, with the help of Oh My God, my mod, that it was because of a lack of RAM. So my mod helped me out with finding more RAM for my PC, and I had to install it, but it wasn't clicking in. It wasn't clicking in properly. See, Stardew Valley, I actually don't know how it was running on 30 FPS. I don't know. It didn't click in properly. So the first time I put in the RAM, I turned on my PC again. It was really annoying because the case for an Alienware is so freaking difficult to put in, and there's like 5 bajillion like doors and hinges and shit inside the PC. It's I don't know. I should just not get an Alienware. But I had the most terrible time. I put everything back in, screwed everything back in, turned on my PC, checked the task manager, and it was like, oh, only half of the RAM was registered. And that's when I'm like, oh man, I probably didn't put like the other half of it properly. And so I had to, do that thing all over again. It's freaking heavy, by the way. I have no upper body strength, so moving my PC like itself is just, it was torturous. It felt like a gym workout. You didn't ram it in hard enough. Shut up. That's a good one though. I had to take it all apart again, and then I had to shove it in, and this time I need to make sure that it actually clicked in. But like this is what I was doing. I was basically almost doing a handstand on that RAM stick with my entire body weight, with my one finger pushing onto the RAM stick, and I was like, it wasn't really a handstand, but like essentially I was throwing myself onto that RAM stick. It did not want to go in. So like at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? Let me just take an object and just bam. And then I heard the click and I was like, all right, now we're good. I think. Hopefully it didn't break anything. So I had to like put it all back together, shove it under my desk and then like turn on my computer, and then it registered. And now I have that's way too freaking much. I have 48 gigs of RAM. You smacked it, I smacked it. That's the only way. This is why I hate building PCs. I hate it. This is not even the first time. The first PC I've ever built, that was over 10 years ago. Man, that one was torture because it was like the whole like Windows installation thing. Just, oh god, it's so annoying. I don't like making sure that every single piece of the hardware works. Because sometimes you're like, oh, I didn't plug in something correctly. Why isn't it working? Like, why isn't my Bluetooth adapter working? I have no idea why. Why is my Wi-Fi adapter not working? No clue. Why am I not, like, connected to the internet? No idea. Right? There's so much troubleshooting. I'm like, I'd rather just buy a pre-built. And it just so happens that, like, the pre-built was on sale and it was an Alienware. Imagine if you missed and you hit something. Oh, how wonderful. That would be great. But you know what? The Alienware is really sturdy. It's really sturdy. That's, like, the one thing it's good for. Like, there's so much protection and a lack of airflow, but so much protection inside the case that I'm like, it doesn't matter because everything's being covered by metal. Keep exercising by building PC. Building will be lightweight. That's a really expensive way to build muscle. You know how much a PC costs nowadays? Over like 2K Canadian. Right? To get like one of the higher end PCs, that's like 4K. That's like 4K of exercise. And I will only be doing it once. No normal. Oh, that's what you mean. Keep exercising until so that you can build a PC for next time. I thought you meant use the PC building as a way to build muscle. And I'm like, no, there's no way I'm doing that. That's crazy. That's insane. Sounds like you'll be changing your thermal paste more often than usual. I mean, this PC has been with me for 4 years. I actually didn't look at the thermal paste. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's okay. Yeah, I didn't look at it. I was just like, where's the RAM slot? That was it. I was just focused. I was locked in on the RAM slot. And yeah. If my PC blows up, then it blows up, right? An excuse to get myself a new one. I'll just, I don't know, rack up some money where, you know, borrow from the government or something. 4 years, no pace change. Shh, good. It's a pre-built. We're fine. We're okay. Is the case the one with the silly solid front panel and small airflow slits? Yes, that is the one. The Aura, I think that's what it's called. I think I have the R10. I have the R10. It's not bad. As long as PC temp is good, thermal paste is fine. Let's see. What is our temperature at right now? Actually, how can you tell? I actually don't know. But if I'm not getting any notifications from the Alienware Command Center, then I think I'm good. By the way, there's like I know it's bloatware, but all Alienware devices, computers, PCs, they have like another software. There's like the Dell support, which is also freaking annoying because I never use it, and it's also bloatware. But they have like an Alienware support command center thing. And it's like, it's really interesting because it gives me like notifications about random things on my PC. I think mine is I don't know if you have to subscribe to it though. You have Norton pre-installed? No, ew. No. I hate Norton. No, I just use the regular Windows Defender. I think that's good enough. I don't know. I have like Norton trauma. I just hate it. Hello Azu, good morning. Good afternoon to you. I think because like it feels really bulky. And it does the exact same thing that Windows Defender does. It just runs a scan. And it tells you if you have any viruses, and usually it doesn't. And then it goes, "Oh, do you want to pay for blah 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 blah?" And then there's like a whole bunch of ads that pop out of nowhere. Norton gets shoehorned into so many pre-builds. Oh, that's why you're wondering. Oh, I thought you meant as in you were like trying to shill Norton. I'm like, no, I hate it. No, no. If I ever saw it on my PC, I would uninstall it right away. I hate it. Malwarebytes is good for a free scan if you don't trust Windows Defender, but the good old Windows Defenders work just fine. Yeah, I trust Microsoft enough for me to be like, yeah, I think I know what you guys are doing with security and safety. I trust it more. I trust Windows Defender more than a lot of other software out there. Usually it's too late when you detect a virus anyway. Is it? That scares me. That scares me because then it means I have to back up everything. I haven't backed up everything. You know, sometimes you open up an application, right? Like, I love VTube Studio for this. Because every so often, if you open up, like, you know, VTube Studio, you would get a little notification that goes, I think it happens like once a month or something, where it's like, remember to back up your files. Remember to back up your files. And I go, yeah, sure, okay. And then I don't. And then I don't do it. So that's just a heads up. If I ever lose this PC, if this PC breaks down or anything, okay, it's over. You're never gonna see me ever again. That's it. I am my own artist. I am my own rigger. All of the files I have are not stored somewhere else on someone else's PC. It's just me. It's just me. It's just this one PC. Just download viruses on the novirus.com. No scam, trust. I believe you, Lex. Let me just do that right now. How fun. Caught one before. It's just the thing that would do the blue screen if you have to call an Indian scammer for. Luckily I caught it early and threw that shit into the trash can. It's really scary to think about because, like, the viruses can come from anywhere. Literally, like, any sort of downloads you do on the internet. Any type of downloading, like even when you're opening up an email, you're downloading a PDF file or something, right? That file could have a virus on it. Golden PC. You know, I actually have a golden, not a PC, but I have a gold console. And it's the most gaudy, ugly looking shit ever. It's really stupid looking. My PS4, I have that gold PS4. You know what I'm talking about? It's so ugly. And it comes with like a gold controller as well. I don't even remember why I have it or why I got it. But like, it doesn't match with anything in my room. It looks like a piece of gold bar just sitting there. I was gonna say shitting there, but it's not shitting. It's just sitting there. Not me losing a model. I was 90% complete because my SSD got bricked. Oh my god. That sucks. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm so sorry to hear it. If it was me, thank god you're not me, I would have just given up. Yeah, just don't pirate random shit. Don't trust the websites that you download stuff from. Just don't be dumb. Just don't be an idiot. Yeah, you just gotta know where, but yeah, don't pirate stuff. Oh man. I need coffee. You trusted every link so far. Are you sure about that? I would never trust every single link. This is the first thing you learn in cybersecurity. Hyperlinks, always check them. You know when there's like a little blue text and you're like, oh yeah, it says click here, right? To access whatever. Right click on that and actually check the URL. And make sure that it's a website you know. And make sure all of the letters are there correctly. If there's even one letter off, be suspicious. Be suspicious and be like, that's not the right URL. It's like, I don't know, youtube.com or something instead of whatever. That's probably not how it's gonna go, but at the same time, yeah. If it's like even one letter off, be wary, be suspicious. I am teaching you guys cybersecurity right now. Thank you for the follow, Royal Shadow. We all sit down. I stand in front of you guys. Okay, welcome in class. Welcome in class. Today we're learning about cybersecurity. Check your hyperlinks. That's number 1. I gotta go third party to keep my Windows 10. Oh man. Why don't you want to update it to Windows 11? There's nothing wrong with Windows 11. There's nothing wrong with it. It's literally the same thing under a different skin. Windows 11 sucks so much I switched to Linux. Not that bad, guys. It's really not that bad. It's the same thing as 10. It's literally the same thing as 10. Right? There's less customizability, but it's the same thing as 10. The only thing that sucks about it is that you can't change your task menu to like the vertical ones. You can't move it around. It's just stuck there. But everything else is fine. It sucks. How does it suck? Okay, the start menu sucks. Right? The start menu is another completely different application that uses up a shit ton of resources for some reason. But as long as you don't use the start menu at all. You said enough to not make the switch. I mean, okay, ever since Windows 8 came out, the start menu has been shit. So just, yeah. Okay, my task menu is really cluttered because I hate using the start menu. My task menu is the start menu. They just need to somehow revamp the start menu and I would be like, yeah, Windows 11 is perfect. That's literally it. A large amount of users can't physically update to 11. Oh. No, I see. I understand. Windows 11. There's so much bloat? They screwed up the update process? There's spyware pre-installed? What? Ow. Really? I don't know. I kind of just like the look of it. Maybe I didn't do enough research. Likes to shove AI down everything. That's kind of true. I mean, that's like every single application nowadays. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I feel like every single app nowadays, every big corporation's like, if we don't utilize AI, if we don't integrate it into our system, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna drop off the market. It's a rat race out there. Windows has spyware. Does it? I mean, the fact that, like, it can personalize your ads, I guess, kinda. It's not that big of a deal for me, though. It's not my deal breaker. I think for me, I'm just like, as long as you're not selling my info, right? If you're just doing it to, like, run ads or something, whatever, I don't care. As long as I'm not doing anything bad, I don't really care. Takes pictures every few seconds of everything you do? Like your screenshots? I can't tell if you guys are just making this shit up. I can't. That sounds extreme. AI hasn't really advanced beyond Chatterbot, except now it can use Google. I'm gonna have to really disagree with that. think we're like advancing AI in a really strange direction. We're advancing it to make shit for us, and that's the thing I don't like. Like, why did we invest so much money into, why did people, the shareholders, not us, but shareholders invest so much money into OpenAI for OpenAI to open Sora, the Sora app, because that was useless. Nobody wanted it. Like, couldn't we invest like the $800 billion into something that's more, you know, helpful for human race, for people, for the earth? But no, they're like, yeah, we're just gonna spend all this money on Sora. That pisses me off. Everyone is selling your info all the time, Ark. That's true. That's probably why I get random like scam phone calls. I get random scam phone calls. Your passport is expired, and we're gonna confiscate it right now unless you call whatever phone number. And I'm like, all right, bye. I get random sales calls too, and I'm like, no, I don't need my ducks cleaned. Only the chickens. Can I have hot cocoa instead of coffee? No. Coffee only. That's the title of the stream, Yua. Coffee only. If you cannot drink black coffee, you're out of here. Goodbye. I'm kidding. You're always welcome. But no, I don't have hot cocoa. I'm thinking of getting hot cocoa. I'm thinking of buying the cocoa powder. I've been trying to find a good one. I can't really find it. I found like baking cocoa, which kind of works, but at the same time, I kind of like it with like some of the milk powder and whatever's in there as well. Hello, Shiro. Hi, guys. You guys were locked in the basement again. Oh God, not again. When will Shiro ever let you guys out of the crazy basement full of rats? Why? Why are you guys there? I'm gonna give you guys a key one day. In the middle of stream, I'm just gonna come in and be like, jingle jingle. Time to escape, guys. Release us. I hate rats. Thank you for the raid, by the way, Shiro. We were just chilling here. I forgot that whatever we were. What are we talking about again? Do I have to like scroll up? Now all I'm thinking about is rats in the basement. But they're, you know what? That's kind of cool too. Shiro locked me in the basement. He hates his chat. It sounds like he does. Shiro, can you like appreciate your chat a little bit more? They're there for you all the time. Right? I can tell because every time you raid into me, it's just the same people. And I'm like, they're always there. It's always the same people. They're your very, very loyal fan base. They're your very, very loyal friends. Not friends, sorry, viewers. So you better appreciate them and get them out of your basement. Thank you for the follow, Sprigatito. That's one of my favorite Pokemon. Thank you for the follow, Reiko and Jason. Welcome in. Joe hasn't fed me in days. You guys must be starving. I am so sorry to hear. It's okay. I will take care of you guys. You guys are always welcome here. You guys are always welcome, but also prioritize Shiro first. Shiro is probably, you know, Shiro probably is facing his own little problems, and that's why he's taking it out on you guys. So go support Shiro first. Until one day he's like, okay, I no longer need to lock you guys up in my basement to feel good, right? To feel satisfied. And now you guys can finally live your free lives. And then that's when I'm like, okay, you don't need my help anymore. He's just pure evil. Damn. That was crazy. Thank you for the 500 bits, Fiandre. Let me in basement. You want in? What? We're seeing like two different messages right now. I'm seeing I want to leave the basement. I want to escape the basement. And suddenly I got a donation that's saying let me in. Fanboy guy, you want in too? So do you guys want in the basement or out of the basement? What is it? What's the answer? You guys want to get locked in the basement? Okay, you know what? I'm not there. You guys can suffer with the rats. That's fine with me. Taco Tuesday in Norrick's basement. Hell yeah, let's go. Time for spicy poops. Time to get your... Sorry, I should just stop there. It's not even Tuesday. What the hell? It's Sunday. But Taco Sundays doesn't sound nice. What's a good, like, Sunday food? I was gonna say Sundays, but, like, that's too rhymey. The word's basically the same. Sunday slushies. It's Sunday slushy time in my basement. I'm eating dinner right now. What? We're just talking about tacos. You're fine. You're fine, gamer. I didn't mention anything else outside of that. No. Let me in the basement. I don't want to touch grass. This is what I call Stockholm Syndrome. You guys gotta get rid of it. I am doing a full diagnosis for Shiro's community right now. And I have determined that you guys have what we call Stockholm Syndrome. It's like you guys have two different voices in your head. One is telling you guys to leave. One is telling you guys to stay. I want you to think about this in a very logical sense. I want you guys to step away from the situation. Put yourself in another person's shoes, in the third party's shoes. And just look at the situation and be like, if I was a random stranger looking in, what do you think is the best solution to this? Like, what do I think is the best circumstances to be in? And I think it's not being locked in the basement would be the better option. So that you guys can go in and out whenever you feel like it. If you... Never mind. Have a good stream, Ark. I'm gonna go sleep now. Goodbye, Rico. Thank you for the follow again. Thank you for coming. Is there a league in the basement? Oh, you want double the torture. You want to play League of Legends too. Not only do you want to get trapped in a basement with rats, you want to play League of Legends? Well, I can't save you now. I'm so sorry. It's already over for you. It's over for you. My goodness, what a voyeur. What is going on here? Ew, League of Legends. No, not League. I mean, what's the bigger evil? What, you guys would prefer getting trapped in a basement than to play League of Legends? That's saying something. That is saying something. I'd rather play one game of League than be trapped in a basement full of rats. You say like you don't have League downloaded. Look, I haven't launched League of Legends in 5 days. That's good. That's an improvement. Because at one point, I was opening the client every single day. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Moogie. Ugh. Five days is a long time. You could do a lot in 5 days. See, if you can complete a lot of things in an hour. There are 24 hours in a day. Think about the amount of things that you could do in 24 hours, and then times that by 5. I don't know how much that is, like 100 and... I don't know, 110? What is 24 times 5? $120? I don't know math. I'm really bad at math. Art student here. 120? 120. I know it ends with a 0. And 130 is too much. 120. You could start your own Rats esports. Josh, are you gonna do that? Are you gonna listen to Lex? Sleep times 5. That was me last night. It was sleep times 5 for me. Times 1 per every hour. I had 5 hours of sleep. I ended up working until 3 because I didn't do anything all day because we had people over. I was busy socializing. And then by the time I was free, it was like 11 p.m. And I was like, oh shit, I have stuff to do. I have to set up today's stream. I have things I have to finish. Things I gotta do. By the time I was done, I was dying. But at the same time, I was drawing as well. I needed a break. That's not doing nothing. Socializing, I mean, I guess it's not doing nothing. I think it's good to socialize, you're right. It's somewhat productive. Cheap cheese. Do you guys like cheap cheese? And when I say cheap cheese, I'm talking about like the American processed cheese. Like the flat cheese. The super Bye-bye, guys. Time for Super Earth. Good luck, soldier. Slay those bugs out there. You got this. I believe in you, Yuri. On a burger, I actually really like it when it is melted. They're fine with some things. Like, yeah, melted processed cheese is really good. It's so bad for you, but it's so good. Though normally, I would prefer not to have it. Like, if I could choose to have a regular Swiss cheese, you know, like the Swiss sliced cheese in a sandwich, I would still prefer that. But like, say for example, on a cheat day, or on a day where I'm super broke. I don't even eat cheese, by the way. If I had to choose one and there was no money in my wallet, I'd be like, yeah, let me just grab that processed cheese. Like grilled cheese? Yeah, like grilled. Oh yeah, it's good on grilled. Like in a grilled cheese sandwich. Oh, in a tuna melt. It's really good in a tuna melt. I played some TTRPG yesterday, by the way, Ark. Wait, what game did you play? Like, what type of campaign? Have you guys played Arkham Horror? Ark TTRPG campaign 1? I'm a really bad writer. I've been trying to learn how DMing works. Not because I want to be a DM, but because I think like what DMs do are amazing. And they're really good at coming up with stories. And that's like the one thing that I'm really bad at doing. So I was just trying to learn story writing from DMs. And like the things that go through their heads is just, I don't know, it's so snappy. Like my brain doesn't work that fast. My brain's really slow. So I don't think I can ever do a Ark TTRPG campaign because I would suck at DMing. We would need an actual, like a person who's done DMing for a really long time. Thank you for the follow, Dalton and Christian. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Enjoy your stay. Playing characters in a campaign can be a good way to learn storytelling. I've never played a campaign either, or at least a good campaign. I played in several terrible ones where the DM would either ghost us midway or write a terrible story and not have any development and nothing defined, and it would go nowhere, and he would just make us turn into murder hobos, and everyone would kill each other. And that's just a really bad TTRPG experience I had. Every single TTRPG experience I had was kind of really, really bad. DM ghosting goes hard. It was like he wrote a really bad story, and then I wouldn't really say that like the players got pissed, but it was like it got to a point where we didn't really care for the story anymore because you can tell that the DM also didn't care. And then one day they just disappeared and we're like, yeah. We can tell he really didn't care. The murder hobo showdown is the typical end for people who have no idea what to do. Yeah, it was okay. So here's how our campaign worked, right? It was okay. I think we had a pretty good story in the beginning. I think we stuck with one of the Dungeons and Dragons something Cove. I forgot which one it was. We originally stuck with that story, but we had one player who really wanted to deviate away from it, right? So you can tell that like he and the DM kept butting heads because the DM clearly had like a narrative for us and that player just didn't want to do it, right? And so it got to a point where the DM kind of just gave up, shoved us all in a fighting pit, took away all of our weapons. We couldn't even escape. We tried. There was nothing around. Like literally the DM didn't give a shit. They were like, yeah, there's nothing in the room. There's literally nothing in the room. There's nothing you can do. And then like the only thing we could do was beat each other up. And that was it. That was just a massive fight pit. Thank you for the follow, Demon Time. And I was like, why am I even here? And I guess they were also like, why am I even here? That was the first ever D&D campaign I was in. I was like, you know what? It sucks. One day. It's crazy. One day I will actually join a better campaign, and oh, it's hard because like my sister is in several D&D campaigns and she's always like, she tells me about it all the time. Every time she gets home, it's like, guess what happened in our D&D session today? And then like it's cool because I feel like I'm a part of it too, because she would tell me the stories and then sometimes I would give her like, you know, character development ideas for her character and she'd be like, yeah, that's totally sick. Like I helped her name her character too. She's a little, I forgot what it was, like the squirrel creature. The name I gave that creature was a little controversial, but I thought it was really funny. Because they were a fire with like a mage wizard type character that deals fire damage, like a lot of fire skills, right? So I was like, why don't you just name your little squirrel creature Callie Bushfire? She loved it though, so she stuck with it. My friend tells me about his D&D gripes. Everyone wants to be a hero, but nobody wants to initiate events. Oh boy, that sucks. I think as a DM, if you're a really good DM, really good DM should be able to navigate around the players as well. I'm not saying that's a DM's fault. I think it's like the players should be good players too, and like kind of get an idea of where the DM wants the story to go. But at the same time, it's kind of like a teamwork sort of thing. I think D&D is a lot about teamwork rather than like teamwork and storytelling, rather than one person going, I don't care about anyone else and I just want to, yeah, like a give and take. Yeah, exactly. A give and take. Or you're going to end up with characters trying to like steal each other's spotlights and then it becomes like a massive fight pit. Like what happened with mine. I've never played D&D. It's fun when you get an idea of like where it's going. If you're like a first time player, then I feel like it's up to everyone's job to kind of like, you know, pull you into the game and be like, this is how things work. Okay, ads are starting soon. I'm gonna run to the toilet to go pee. I'm gonna run ads now. 3-minute ads. I've been waiting for this. My bladder was going to explode. I was like, you know, ads are gonna start soon anyway, right? Right? I mean, I could technically just run ads while I go pee, but at the same time, like, let me just be consistent with the timing. What a time to walk into. I'm a pee tuber. That means I pee every so often. Okay, goodbye. I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Bye. I'm still here. I don't leave. Bye. Hi. I'm just that voice in your head. Hello. Welcome back to an ARK stream where we drink coffee and we chill. And we take pee breaks every hour. And they're exactly 3 minutes long. The voices, they're back. And it's me. Art stream? Hold on. You need a source for the voice. It's just me. Yes, specifically 3 minutes, and it's always 3 minutes because that's how long the ads are. I actually went to the kitchen. It was a little bit longer. I went to the kitchen. I grabbed half a donut because the guest that came over bought 4 dozen donuts. 4 dozen donuts. We had Krispy Kreme. The first time the voice isn't telling me to be adrenaline junkie. Stop being an adrenaline junkie. I can't even say that word. Stop being an adrenaline junkie. Be normal. I'm kidding. It's pretty normal to be an adrenaline junkie. You're a good clock. Have I ever told you not to be an adrenaline junkie? I haven't ever advocated for it. But I think you're fine. You said art stream? No, ARK. This is an ARK stream. An ARK stream. ARK. ARK stream. A-R-K. ARK playing ARK. ARK survival? No. No, I have PTSD from that. The SEO search results. Mm-mm. 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 Thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Scampy2. Yes, it's coffee time. Do you know why this stream is called coffee only? I only drink coffee, and I will only drink it every time you guys redeem the stretch and hydrate. Arky, what about Discord D&D session? I don't think I would have time for it. That's the only problem. I think it would be fun though. Probably not like a Discord D&D, but like ones with friends. I just saw a comment earlier before I like ran to the bathroom and before I got raided. I forgot what it was. It was on YouTube side. You guys said something and I forgot what it was. Feeling dizzy after that bus ride, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweaty mom's spaghetti. We should bring that song back to karaoke. You've only got one shot. How does it go? It is one shot, isn't it? What's your favorite bean flavor profile? Hazelnut vanilla. No hesitation. It's hazelnut vanilla at the very top. Like it has to have both of them. Actually, hazelnut's fine. Just as long as there's some sort of like hazelnut in there, it's fine. Hazelnut at the very top. And the second is raspberry chocolate. Raspberry chocolate. It has to be raspberry chocolate. If it's just chocolate, it's a little bit too bitter for me and I'm good. What about creamer? I just like regular half-half. Like I don't usually like putting, actually no, I lie. Caramel creamer is pretty good. Caramel creamer is like a pretty good, the Starbucks one, that one's pretty good. I don't normally have my coffee with cream though. And usually when I do go for cream, I usually go with like the not Starbucks one. I just go with half-half. I just go with a regular, just regular cream. Sometimes if there's no half-half, I go with like the full heavy whipping cream. I hate putting milk in it. I'd rather drink like... Okay, this is my go-to. Black coffee at the very top, right? And then it's coffee with half-half. Sometimes I like to put Baileys in there too. Like an Irish creamer. And then it's like cold brew. And then it's cold brew with creamer, and then it's whatever at the bottom is like coffee with milk. I'd rather just not drink anything than to drink coffee with milk. I don't know, there's something about it where I'm like, it's kind of, I don't know, it's I'd rather drink water. Thank you for the hip hop. Hi Wasa, welcome in. I'd rather drink water than to drink coffee with milk, because it doesn't taste like coffee anymore for some reason. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just strange. It does sound pretty good, yeah. Irish creamers are always so good. I'm gonna run to the pumpkin patch with my family. Have fun! Have fun! This reminds me that it is actually autumn. And it is actually fall. Like, I woke up this morning. My housemates were up early. They went out to the farmer's market and bought a whole bunch of apples. Like, crates and crates of apples. And I'm like, ah, yes. It feels like fall. I love this. It's not the weather. Sometimes last year actually, we barely had any leaf changes, like leaf color changes, because winter came so fast to the point where the trees they just died. Like, they didn't even have time to change colors. It just went from like summer to winter. Like, fall was non-existent. So I'm hoping this year we're actually going to see some color changes. The leaves are beautiful this year. I hope so. I haven't been out, so I don't know. I've been hermiting in this house. Like, I actually haven't really looked at the leaves at all. But I do want to. I do want to go out and I want to see the color changes. I actually want to experience fall, because fall is such a short time. Autumn is such a short period of time. And the fact that we do have 4 seasons here tells me that I should be grateful and embrace it. My name is Pyroshock. Hello Pyro, welcome in. You're currently learning Japanese. My hobby is playing guitar, solving Rubik's. Oh, I used to spend so long solving Rubik's Cube. I did like the 3-step Rubik's Cube solving shit. Still hated it. I mean, I'm really bad at it. I don't hate it, I'm just bad at it. You like to sketch. You like to sing a lot. Me too! Cool, you're just like me, except I don't play guitar. Hermit art. But welcome in, Pyro. I hope you enjoy your stay. You despise Irish cream? Wait, why? Is it because you just don't drink? Crimson, you don't drink, do you? I don't think you drink at all. From what I remember. From what you said last time during stream. Was you a CFOP person? What? Lex, what does that mean? Lex, I don't understand. What's a CFOP? What does C stand for, first of all? Crabs. Crabs for other people. Oh, it's a way to solve a Rubik's Cube. Oh. No. No, I was not a CFOP person. No. Cross, first 2 layers, orientation, permutation. Okay, wait, then I was, because that's the exact method I use. I think it is. I don't actually know the name of it, but yeah, like the first layer, the top part, it's a cross, and then the first 2 layers on the side, and then I flip it upside down and I do the orientation and then permutation thing. So I guess so. So that's okay. I'm learning today. CFOP doesn't stand for crabs for all people, other people. It stands for cross, first 2 layers, orientation, permutation. I understand why they have to abbreviate it because it's so long. Thank you for the follow, Angela. Welcome in. Welcome in. Same with Irish beer. Tried it out. It was horrible. Alcohol? Hell no. I think you just hate alcohol, Crimson. And that's fine. I think alcohol also tastes like shit. Don't ask me why I drink it anyway. Alcohol tastes like shit. A lot of things I enjoy taste like shit. Like, I understand black coffee tastes like ass. It's bitter. There's no taste to it. It only smells good. So when people go, ew, black coffee, I totally understand. Yeah, I get it. Alcohol just burns me. Yeah, it burns you. It's bad for your liver. It tastes like shit. It tastes like sewer water. Woman Kisser, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. There's nothing good about alcohol, but here I am drinking alcohol anyway. So I don't encourage it because like there's really nothing good coming out of alcohol. Like it's just piss water. I don't judge. I have a really strange taste in food and I don't know what it is. Like I don't enjoy it, but I like suffering. Like I like having my taste buds suffer a little bit. Does that mean? Like, does it make any sense? Does it make sense? Does that mean anything? Thank you for the follow, Sunny Sidebone. Like, I really like bitter stuff. I really enjoy... Isn't alcohol considered a chemical? Yes. But so is everything else in food, right? Yeah, I really enjoy things that are really bitter. Or something that tastes very pungent. Which is way better than YouTube. It's a lot more active here. I have to apologize to YouTube folks because this is what happens with my streams, is that it actually gets broadcasted on Twitch first and then it gets mirrored on YouTube. So there's like a lot of delay. And plus, the other thing too is that I merged both YouTube and Twitch chat together into one big chat. And so when Twitch chat is going fast, I tend to miss like YouTube chat too because you guys get shoved into the mess that is whatever is going on Twitch. But I still see you guys. I still see you guys because you're still in the merge chat. It just sucks because it doesn't seem like chat is going fast on YouTube, but it's in my little space on OBS it is. She's lying, YouTube frog. She just... I don't hate you guys. You're putting words in my mouth. I see you. We get cast into the void at Mach 5. No. You guys don't. I appreciate and love you guys too. Just you guys are going fast. Are you guys on both YouTube and Twitch? Is that what's happening? Hey. Is this what people call playing the victim? You guys just... You guys want to feel like the victim. I just want to let you know that you're not. You're part of the general masses. You're part of everyone here. You belong in one big family, in one big chat. You're not special. You think you're special, you're not. YouTube chat is real. No, Lex, they're real. I can see them. I'm not imagining things. I'm not talking to myself. I know YouTube chat doesn't show up on this stream either, but it is because of TOS issues. Good morning, nerd. Why do you have a chikorita? Wait, why do some of you guys have a chikorita? Why do you have a chikorita? Good morning, Nico. I'm jealous. I want a chikorita. I mean, can you choose other Pokemon outside of a chikorita? Have you guys been playing Pokemon? Are you guys Pokemon haters? I know there's like the two groups, the Pokemon haters and the non-Pokemon haters. That makes no sense. If only Ark loved us enough to put us on a screen somewhere, even as the bottom corner super small. I can't because it's against TOS. That's the problem. Twitch is stupid and they're like, we don't want another chat on stream. It's against TOS, we might ban you. We hate Pokemon. Fucking Agumon is from Digimon. Hey, get your games right. Get your games right. Agumon is from Digimon. Chikorita is from Pokemon. Tepig? You think is Tepig bad right now? What is that badge? Oh, I want Tepig. It's Totodile, Chikorita, and Tepig, right? The 3 starters in Z to A. It sucks. I started it yesterday. I finally had the time to start it for like 5 minutes. I just made my character, but I've been loving it so far. The opening cutscene was good. The only issue I have with it is the lack of voice acting, which they should have a budget for, because we're talking about Nintendo. Okay, I get that too. I feel like Pokemon is lacking funds, even though they make so much freaking money. Like, they need to put... Nintendo needs to shove more funding into Pokemon. Like, they need to get more money for development. But it is... I have been enjoying just the first 5 minutes of it, which isn't much, so my opinion probably doesn't matter, but I feel like I would enjoy it. The rest of the game. Did you see the leak of the Pokemon? I did, unfortunately. It was like 1 point whatever million or something. Corner cuts. It sucks. It sucks. I hate Nintendo, but I love Pokemon. It's the two wolves inside me are fighting. Like, I wanna support Pokemon. I hate Nintendo. If only Game Freak had more money. You giving Game Freak money just incentivize them to continue this. I want them to like put more money into Pokemon. Like, I love Pokemon. I will always buy their games. It doesn't matter. Because I want to support Game Freak. I don't want to support Nintendo. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I want to like Pokemon, but Pokemon keeps flopping. I think Z to 8 is a good direction. It's a very, very slow development, right? I think it's a good direction because Arceus, Legends of Arceus, that was a good game. That was of course it's not the best direction. It's not what everybody... It could have been better, but it was still an improvement on everything else that they've done so far. And now that they're jumping onto whatever Legends of Arceus was by making Z to A, they're realizing that like this is the right direction to go, and I'm all for it. Nintendo is such a shit Pokemon company, but I like Pokemon. Yeah, like that's how I feel. If they won't get better if you keep sponsoring the quality dropping. I know there's like I know I've seen the online discourse on Pokemon. I get it, but I still want to support them for what they do because I still like their stuff. I don't think the quality was necessarily dropping. I think the only game where it really dropped was Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield was ass. I get the backlash for that game. I also understood backlash for that game. That was, I don't know where the hell that they were going with that, but I think now we're going in a right direction. The entirety of Lumina City in ZA is one model, so you load up the entire map. I think that's great too, no loading times. It's so good. Hard disagree, feels like the games that gets worse. I think because you're just comparing it to modern recent games. That's my argument there. I feel like because a lot of recent games, like modern games that are developed nowadays are 10 times better than whatever Pokemon is. Like, Pokemon is still getting better, but it's going at a super, super slow rate in comparison to whatever is available. Like, games that are being developed now are 10 times better than whatever Pokemon is. But still, comparing these, I know, Z to A to, or I guess like even Legends of Arceus with, I don't know, Fire Red, I'd say Fire Red's a long time. What was peak of Pokemon? I want to say Alpha Blue, Omega Sapphire, Oras. Soul Silver was peak. You know what they need? A better writer. Black 2. Problem was I never played Black and White because I was out of the country. I was out of the country for a good like 5 years, where I did not have access to the internet or any games. I was like in the wilderness. So I was like, I went from like Fire Red, and then I played Alpha. No, I played Ruby. Every other game that came before that, and then I missed out on Diamond Pearl, and I missed out on Black and White. And then I went from there to XY, whatever it was. Ark became a Pokemon in the wilderness. I wouldn't really call myself a Pokemon, but yeah, I was in the wilderness. I was somewhere else. I was out there living a life with a whole bunch of normies, because nobody had access to the internet. The no V8 isn't that bad. It is. Until it shows you a full frame cutscene and still be saw. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'd say no VA is pretty bad, especially when, I don't know, it just feels like it would do so much better with voice acting. I don't know why they decide not to give them voices. It's such a weird direction, but whatever. Pokemon never had voices. Pokemon people, NPCs in Pokemon never had voices, so they never evolved from that point. So they didn't go backwards, they're just not evolving. EA was the most money-hungry company, is now rather tame compared to most gaming companies out there. I don't know what the hell EA is doing. I think they're just banking on Sims. I think Sims 4 is probably their cash cow right now. Nobody's actually talking about Sims because it's such an old game, but people who are playing Sims are still like purchasing every single DLC there is out there. Don't get me started on Sims. Oh my god, I was in like the Sims community for a good like 3 years, and I was like, I get so mad thinking about Sims. I get so pissed off. Bad gacha games are better designed in a lot of ways. Do you think Blue Protocol is better than Pokemon? Thank you for the follow, Kuroi. Welcome in. I actually never played Blue Protocol. It's a genuine question. I heard that Blue Protocol is playing like a gacha game. You love Blue Protocol? They went in a total different direction from what it was originally, because it was supposed to be like an MMO. And then as I was talking to some people who were playing Blue Protocol, they're like, yeah, it plays like a gacha. And I'm like, what? Tried it out, wasn't for me. Sorry, as I was talking about Blue Protocol just now, someone on my Steam just launched the game. That's hilarious. Blue Protocol is a bad game as well. My bud Viper, who is huge in MMOs, hates it. Is that the thing? Like, you don't treat it like an MMO because it's not an MMO anymore. It's a gacha game. It plays like what you would expect of an MMORPG. I have high standards of MMOs these days. High standards because of Guild Wars 2, because of Final Fantasy. That MMOs are just a medium for storytelling. And if an MMO doesn't focus on storytelling, to me, it's a bad game. It's a bad MMO. Even MapleStory is pretty good at its recent character storytelling. Of course, it like stops. They're very, very quick stories. But at the same time, I still say that MapleStory has pretty good story. If Blue Protocol doesn't have good story, I'm gonna have to say it's a bad MMO. Like, that's the whole point of an MMORPG. It's for you to create a character to place into a a world that has been developed, right? And a world where the characters have a goal, the characters have purpose, and they give you a purpose. If they just put you into a world where it's like, yeah, go explore, do whatever you want, all of the quests are just fetch quests. There's no point of you doing the quest outside of gaining EXP, then that's when I'm like, this is bad. But I don't know, because I've never played Blue Protocol. I don't know what Blue Protocol is like. The story is actually decent, huh? How decent is decent? Thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Josh. I'm curious. I think I'm just gonna have to wait and see. I need to see people talking about the story, and that's what's gonna get me to play the game. A good shoulder stretch. Thank you very much. Have a good lurk, Trots. Star Wars, Old Republic was made story first, back when that's something BioWare was actually good, also fully voiced. Yeah, you're right. I loved, I didn't play all of the BioWare games, but I did play BioWare. Why does BioWare sound strange to me? BioWare? The name is BioWare, right? It looks right, but it sounds weird. BioWare, I played Infinite. That game, the storytelling, the narrative design in that was so good. It was so good. You should sponsor Ark to play the game on stream? Blue Protocol? I don't know how I feel about Blue Protocol. I don't know yet. I'm under the assumption that all MMOs being released these days are gonna suck. Because everyone's always thinking about money first. No, they're thinking about gacha. They're thinking about loot boxes. So in that sense, they're thinking about money. Like, how do I make it so that the players will get an incentive to spend money? Rather than, I just want to make a cool game. I think that's what we're missing these days in the gaming industry, is a lack of people who want to make games because they want to have they want to tell a story. They like making games. They want to make a really good game that people will talk about for a long time. But I think big corporates are always like, how do we add loot boxes in here? Abyssal Blade, not blue, whatever game they were talking about. Abyssal Blade. Hold on, let me search that up. Abyssal Blade. Why did Dota come up? Are we looking at Abyssal Blade? Look at the indie scene. Yeah, the indie scene is pretty good. Like, the game I'm playing right... I mean, it's not really indie anymore, I guess, but Supergiant Games... I loved every single game that came out so far from that dev studio. Bastion was one of my favorite games ever. And then I played Transistor on stream. That was also a really freaking good game. Like, these are the games that I will always think about when people go, okay, Ark, what's one of your favorite games? Like, I will always think about Bastion and then Transistor. And then now I'm playing Hades and I'm like, oh heck yeah, this is really freaking good. Like, I've honestly been enjoying it a lot. That's why I'm like, it's permanently going on to this schedule, because I don't know, I've just really been enjoying it. It's so good. Dr. Hashman, hello. No, wait, this is supposed to be a statement. Hi, hope you're having a great day today? Question mark? I am. Thank you very much. I hope you are as well. Happy Sunday. Happy weekend. I know for some of you, this Sunday is about to pass. Ooh, scary. Ooh, scary Monday. Is Arc Nights on that list? It is, yeah, it is. Arc Nights might actually be a permanent fixture in our schedule as well. So we're changing things up. I think for the past year we've had the same schedule for every single week. But it's good for, it's good to change things up now and then. Thank you for the follow, Dr. Hashman. Welcome in. Enjoy your stay. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy being in the community. Enjoy my every single notification I'm going to send you every single day, because that's how much I stream. I am so sorry ahead of time. Sorry in advance. 2 hours till Monday arrives. Oh no! Oh no! I think you haven't been eating enough dreams. I haven't been eating enough because I haven't been getting enough sleep. I can only eat dreams when my eyes are closed. Me when I'm still playing Minecraft Terraria even after all these years. I was actually talking to a kid about Terraria. I mean, I was trying to. He ignored me. This is why I should just stop talking to people. This is why I hate people, guys. I try to make conversation and people just ignore me. Goddamn kids. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. I get it. Nobody likes talking to me anyway. Oh no, more Ark. Yeah. But we might make every Monday an Arc Night stream, every Friday a Hades stream. What is this Terraria thing? Anyways, did you hear about Teto being in Fortnite? I did. But the problem here is that I don't care for Teto. I know Teto has a massive fan base, but I don't know anything about her. I don't listen to Teto's music. I don't listen to any producers that use Teto as a voice bank. Teto means nothing to me. I don't see Teto anywhere. I only see Teto through you guys. Sometimes I see you guys post stuff on Discord and I'm like, oh, what the hell is Teto Pair? I actually learned about Teto Pair through you guys. Ow! Are you having fun playing Blue Protocol? Not cool. Hello. I didn't deserve that bong. Sunday, Monday is practically the same for me. I go to my base at Sunday and basically do a day's work and then go home. The same for me. So like today's a Sunday for you, is it? Are you at your base right now? Me, when someone talks to me. Are all of you guys like that? You guys would hate me. I talk so much sometimes. I either talk so much or don't talk at all. I think this is how I work. If there is someone beside me who isn't talking, for some reason I end up talking a lot. It's like I feel like I'm streaming or something where like there's no voices outside of my own, and I just keep yapping. But if there is someone who talks a lot, right? If I'm talking to someone who talks a lot, I just immediately shut up and I stop talking and I forget how to speak. Thank you for the follow, Stupid Studios. Welcome in. Like, there is no middle ground for me. It's either I don't talk or I talk a lot. Or schizo, that's just how it is, yeah. Like yeah, I'm that one streamer. I enjoy people who talk a lot since I don't really talk much myself. I prefer not to talk. Like, in any situation where I have the option to choose whether I want to talk or I don't want to talk, I would choose to listen and not talk. I don't know why I'm like that. I wish I knew. You just want to talk to when it happens. I start to just want to talk to when that happens. Okay, I can't read. I start to just want to talk to when that happens. To compensate. Maybe it's like a compensation because I'm like, oh, it's silent and I'm bored. Yeah, I'm like, there's nothing going on, I might as well just start talking. That's probably what it is. Because you're an introvert. Whenever Isaac Wolf on YouTube starts talking to me, I just immediately shut up. I'm like, okay, you do all the talking. And then I don't know if you notice this, Isaac, but there's sometimes when you ask me it's a yes or no question, and I forget to answer yes or no. Sometimes it's a rhetorical question, so I kind of just assume that it's going to be rhetorical anyway, and I just don't answer it. But then I realize after in my head that I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a question. And I'm like, you would probably appreciate it if I said something in response. You notice? Yeah, I'm trying my best to fix that, because when I shut up, I shut up for like an eternity. And I'm like, I have to bring myself back into speaking. Sometimes I ask basic shit and you answer with completely unrelated shit. Does that happen to me? I don't notice that. You have to point it out next time. You have to be like, Ark, that was not what I asked you. There's this one time when I was in a call with Isaac and another person. I'm not gonna name them yet because I don't know if they want me to be, if they want to be named, but they were, the two of them, Isaac and the other person, they were going on about something, and then they asked me what my opinion was, and I was just like, yeah. And I didn't even answer the question. I was like, wait, hold on, what was it again? The Five Guys. And that's during the Five Guys, I just like, that was one of those times where I was like, okay, I don't need to talk because Isaac is talking so much. That's a really bad thing that I do. Like, I wouldn't even say it's a habit. It's just something that like I've only noticed recently that I do, that I have to fix, because my brain just like zones out every so often, because I'm like, I hear noises. I'm like, I go into this weird like relaxation sleep mode. Yeah, like full non-verbal. I go full non-verbal. And I don't know, it's because I like noise, like I like sound. I'm not saying that whenever you guys talk, it's noise. It's not noise. It's you guys are actually saying something important. But I like hearing people talk. And I play podcasts and I play videos. I play streams while I sleep because it's actually relaxing to me. Like, I like listening to people talk because it puts me in a really like, you know, like a jaded, comfy mood. And that's how I shut down. Like, my body just shuts down. My brain shuts down. She treats it like a podcast. I mean, you kind of are with the amount of shit you say. No, Isaac talks a lot, which I'm grateful for. Like, because I prefer listening. I, on the other hand, suffer from verbal diarrhea at times. I appreciate everyone who's around me who talks a lot, because I don't know, I like listening to people. I prefer to listen. Yeah, Isaac podcasts when? You're right. Now you're asking the right questions. Ark is just selectively hearing. I should stop doing things while I'm listening to stuff. I think that's another thing too, because I tend to listen to videos, not like, I'm not talking about people, but like when I'm listening to videos, I'm doing something on the side. And so like I would zone out every so often. Maybe it is a habit. Maybe it's a habit that I have, like a really bad habit that I have, where it's gotten to a point where people are talking and my brain would just start zoning out, because in my head I'm like, oh, I'm listening to a podcast, which I'm not. I'm not listening to a podcast. I'm not listening to a video. This is an actual person speaking to me. Yeah, it's just blank eyes. Like I'm staring into your soul when you speak. Hello, Nero. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Happy almost Monday. Voice chat Donowall is crazy. Need a podcast guest. I thought about it. I actually thought about making like podcast streams, and I don't know how it's gonna be like because I'm not a speaker. So like I would have to invite people, guests who like to speak, and they'll end up being like an interview, and I'm like, that's not what I want a stream to be. I don't want it to be like an interview. Just yapping with me. I'm literally built for this. That's true. Nico is really good at talking too. I'm actually scared of Nico with like the amount of talking and yapping that you can do. It's the reason why I'm scared of you is actually not because you speak so much, it's because you have a lot of corpo speech. And it doesn't really like give me trauma or anything, but it's like I feel like I'm talking to a boss and I start like freaking out. Hello Gaming, welcome in JS Gaming. Isaac, you just take over. Yeah, I'm pretty cool with Isaac taking over my stream. I did tell him at any time. Who knows? Feel free. I fear for my student co-ops. I'll be onboarding in January because that's my fear for them. I'm actually legitimately terrified of Club Redacted, of Nico. Nami, welcome in. Namina Sauce Plus Mini. That's a really long name. Because of how quiet I am, try not to go on too long because eventually I turn off my brain midway and then I start spitting out word salads. I feel that too. I'm trying to work on that. I'm just like you. Because I think it's because I'm an introvert. I'm guessing you're an introvert as well. Where we go, okay, what's the fastest way to get from one point, like point A to point B in words? As long as that person in front of me can understand what I'm saying, as long as I get the message across, then I will not speak as much. Like I min-max my speech. And I don't do that now. I've improved a lot on it because I realized that some people don't want to listen to that. Like they actually want me to elaborate and explain my ideas because in my head I'm like as long as I say this sentence, they'll get it. But a lot of times they don't get it and they want me to like prove to them that my point is correct sometimes, or like talk about it a little bit more so that they're more convinced on my ideas. Or they just want to get into my brain just a little bit more because at the end of the day, okay, speaking is like human connection, and if you tell me something, it's like I want to know why you're saying this thing, right? It's not just a me thing, but it's also like when you're listening to other people, I like listening to people talk because I like knowing exactly why they're saying these things, even though like I can make assumptions in my head, but like the more they talk about a certain point, the more I'm like, I think I can relate to you more, right? So like it's a good thing that we are elaborating our points even though it's not necessary. But I've never really understood that until recently, where I'm like, yeah, if I just say yes, they'll get it. No, they won't. I mean, they will to a certain degree, but like not to the degree that you want them to. If you guys can teach me how to efficiently get to point B, be total bosses. Point B, from point A to point B. Sorry, point A to point B as in... I guess that's just arguing in a sense. I ended up going all over the place, yeah. Me too. I think clarity is one of the things that a lot of people struggle with. Clarity in speech, trying to find the thing that you want to say in a mess of like jumbled thoughts in your head. Because if you think about this, Vaporeon, welcome in. If you think about this a little bit more, when you're trying to form a sentence, you don't actually have a sentence formed in your head. You're taking like multiple ideas from a big box of other ideas in your head, and you're like, let me just piece things together to see what sounds correct and what makes sense. And a lot of times we're like, oh, we're too lazy to do that, or it's too difficult to do that. Or if I just take, you know, just be efficient with it and I just take one thing out of that idea box and spit it out, have it come out of my mouth, then it's fine. But yeah, you're right. It's like an art. I can't do it, but pretend I can. You absolutely can, Nico. Or at least you do it a lot better than me. The ideas in our heads are very jumbled. Man, we would drone on forever. I will say during our vocal sessions, she's not that silent. She talks a fair bit. When I'm locked in, I talk a lot less. It's 50-50. Do I talk a lot? I think when we bring in the third person, if it's like more than just you and me, that's when I start shutting down. Because I'm like, I don't know who's talking. I don't know if I'm cutting off anyone whenever they're talking. I'd rather let them finish whatever they're saying before I jump in. And sometimes it gets to a point where like my brain just immediately shuts down, and even if there is a chance for me to jump in to say something, I don't say anything. Yeah, you sound like Nico sounds like a literal boss. It's Club Redacted. Thank you for the follow, Immortal Toast. Welcome in. Enjoy your stay. Happy Sunday. Yeah. Teach me your ways. Yeah, Nico's a literal corporate people manager, so he has to. He's in his words, the personality hire. The one that blends in with the normies. Something I could never do. Something I could never ever do. I always start with conclusion, cause, details, and that's how I got trained to talk. Wait, that's a really good advice. There's really good tips. Conclusion before cause and details. Huh. That's one way to convince someone. To be like, here's what I want to say first, and here's why. Instead of going like, here's why I want to say this thing, but like I never get to the point. And then people get annoyed and they go, stop rambling. What do you actually want to say? Now that makes sense. Ark, can we see one of those sessions? I talked to Isaac about this. I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe. It'll be really boring for you guys, because it's just gonna be me repeating the same thing over and over again. Like streaming a vocal session. Yeah, it's really hard to interact with you guys because I'm gonna be so locked in on recording. And then I might not be able to put my full power into singing the thing that I want to sing. And then we're gonna get bad takes. You want it? No, you don't. You think you want it, you don't actually want it. It's okay with less interactions. Are you sure? Are you used to it because Isaac never interacts with chat? My brain don't like weird show don't tell is my expertise. You know, that's fine too. As long as it works in your favor. With what I do now, I feel like I have to talk a lot more. I'm a streamer, guys. I'm a streamer and an artist, but I'm like, I want to tap into streaming a lot more because I'm really bad at communicating. There's a whole point why I started streaming in the first place is because I know I'm shit at talking. I'm really bad at talking. And the options for me were either I go into improv, I take improv courses, or I just YOLO, I hate that word. I just click the big start stream button every single day. And it's honestly helped a lot. It's helped a lot alongside listening to other people talk. You know how long I have wanted to see an Isaac music session? How long? How many years? How many months? How long was that? You know, sometimes when I'm talking to Club Redacted, Nico would come up with a whole bunch of abbreviations for words, and I'm like, I have no idea what this stands for. And he's like, how do you not know? You worked in tech. And I'm like, nah, you overestimate me. CJ Music, welcome in. Hello, thank you for the follow. an improv stream when? I thought about that too. It's gonna be whenever I move. I think the best time for an improv stream. Sorry, you meant improv as in like improv comedy. Never, because I'm terrible at it. I don't do improv. That was like I thought about doing improv. That's what I was saying. I thought about doing improv or I thought about streaming, but like not both. You seem like natural so far. This is 1 year of progress. This is 1 year of streaming every single day, 7 days a week, every single morning at the exact same time, 3 hours a day. So if I didn't make any progress from then I would be pretty disappointed in myself. Yeah, like what the hell is SII? Okay, KPI, I know. MBR, I've heard of that and I forgot what it was. And I don't know what MIS or POC or POT is. Pot. Oh god. Are you feeling trauma? Okay. Are you feeling the trauma of corpo? Even I don't use that much. Good thing I didn't go into like product management. Because originally they wanted to promote me into a product manager and I was like, you're kidding me. Like, I'm not qualified. If I knew half of those abbreviations, then maybe I would be a bit more. The medical abbreviations still get scary. I'm terrified. I don't like abbreviations. They scare me. When I see something I don't know, it either makes me want to search it up or I get terrified of it. And in this case, I would piss my pants because like there's abbreviations for everything, and you know that if you were to search up POT on Google, you're not gonna get the full name of POT. You're just gonna get pot. And I wouldn't know what to look for. My job title is my MBTI. We have the same MBTI. And still I can't go into product management, into strategy, into architecture. I'd rather have someone else do it for me. You scream every day. You hate it. So it's not for you. You should not be screaming every day in your 9-to-5 job. That's when you go, okay, maybe this isn't for me. Unless you enjoy the screaming, that's a different thing. If you're enjoying the screaming, then maybe it will be good for you. Abbreviations and long ass words. Doctors have no chill when they want to describe something. What is that? Dysdiadochokinesia? Did I read that correctly? I hope I did. Dysdiadochokinesia. Whatever that means. To describe someone who can't coordinate movements. Why is there a word for it? Auntie, did you do your free polls? Not yet. No, not yet. I woke up this morning, got ready, got out of bed, brushed my teeth, did everything for the morning, made my coffee, sat down, turned on my computer, and started stream. It's me every morning. But thank you for the reminder, because I will have to do that right after I finish streaming. The free polls, I can't miss out on that. Not the P? What does P stand for? Actually, I regret asking that question. Don't say it. Don't answer it. It isn't for me, but it's for the money. I just want to be a personality higher up, become important at work. You just want the money. I'm so sorry, Nico. I get it, though. I get it. See, I didn't want to go into product management because then my job will be important. Because at my old job, the product manager is managing 3 products at once. At first, it was okay because they were only managing 1, right? And that's when I was like, okay, I can go from being like, you know, a team lead to a product manager. I'm fine. I'm good. And then eventually we got like acquired one time, and then they started managing 2 products, and then we got acquired one more time, and they started managing 3 products under the same pay, and I was like, oh, you're insane. Like, I don't know what the hell we're doing. People are stressed as hell. Being a product manager is very, very stressful. Like, imagining going in thinking you're just going to be managing one thing. Ends up managing 3 different products. 3 different teams. 3 different dev teams. That was me too. Going into the company, thinking that I would only be supporting 1 product. Ends up supporting 3. Still gets paid pennies. I'm so glad I left. Not the P. Not the P. Ube, did you know if you put a P in your name would be really cursed? I'm glad there's no P. I'm glad not the P. My friend used 2, 1, 3, and only got Exu now? Ooh. Did they only get 1 Exu? Hopefully they got more. I can't unhear it. Say it more in your head. I hope it stays there. Next time you start stream Ube streams as well, by the way. Ube's also another PNG tuber. Hi, welcome to stream. My name is... I won't say it. I'll let you say it in your head. Fill in the blanks. No one has any idea what P is. Still get it every time. In a doctor's note. What is P? What is P? That is the question for today. That's your takeaway from the stream, guys. That is your homework. The next time we come back to the stream, I want you guys to like start telling me your answers. That'll be the first thing we do before we play any games. I want you guys to whip out your notebooks and be like, this is my list of P words, and this is, I feel like this is the correct one. This is so cursed? No, it's not. It's not because I say it's not cursed and streamers never lie. VTubers never lie. P stands for perfect. What does democracy say? We're gonna have a poll. A poll. I wasn't listening. We have 1 kid in class who wasn't listening to the homework being assigned. Detention. What about my opinion then? I mean, still valid. Your opinions are valid. Doesn't mean they're true. Yeah, that's your takeaway. That's your homework. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to get lunch. It is my lunchtime. It's exactly 12. No, it's 12. It's 12:01 now. That's usually the time I end stream. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate. Ooh, one last one before we leave. It's True Demon Lord Rimuru. Hello. Been a while. Welcome in. Telling us to whip out something after talking about P nearly gave me a heart attack. Oh, how wonderful. Good. That means my job here is done. My job as a streamer is done. Get scared. Get panicked. Goodbye. Alright, let's see who else is streaming here on Twitch. Let's raid into a charity stream. Ooh, Yumi, maybe it's Yumi. Yumi is doing a charity stream. Lend a hand, be a friend, hope for the day. Cool. Yumi is Indonesian streamer. She speaks English though. She's doing a charity stream right now. She has a punishment wheel on her stream. Chat picks a banned word on stream. Oh, this is gonna be fun for you guys. All right, enjoy this stream. Be nice to Yumi. She's really cute too. Don't tell her I said that. She doesn't want to be referred to as cute. She wants to be referred to as quote unquote cool. I think she's cute though. She can be both cool and cute at the same time. We're only rating on Twitch, by the way. YouTube, you guys are free. You guys are fine. You guys aren't hostaged. That's one good thing about being on YouTube, is that you don't get shoved into another stream. Or maybe it's a bad thing, because I think Yumi's streams are great. Alright, bye guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Monday if it's already Monday for you. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some Ark nights, if you're going to be there. If not, I hope you enjoy the rest of the week. We always have a one just chatting stream every week. Usually Sundays. So maybe I'll see you guys again on the weekend. Bye, guys. Bye. 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 Art said you're cute. She's gonna kill me. Bye.